We're back with the king, Bitcoin. The only thing that matters for me in crypto, nothing in crypto matters except for Bitcoin. You want to go for hype, you want to go for ZEC. I don't care about any of that. I care about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. So, anyways, I haven't posted for a while because I know I've laid down everything for you, right? In the last video, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I don't really remember that much. I told you this. I told you this is gonna happen after a multi-candle false breakout. So I didn't want to spam and say that, hey, I told you this is gonna happen. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best anyway. But I didn't want to brag that much and tell you, oh, I was right, and look at the chart every single time it goes back down. So I didn't want to do that. I laid down the path for you 2 weeks ago. I told you it's a multi-candle false breakout and we gotta go lower, and it happened. So I didn't feel like I have to post anything else. But now we're sitting at a crucial level, and I need to clarify some things for you guys. So Bitcoin is now bouncing off the range lows. As you guys know, initially, if you test support, such like this support is very strong support, right? So you have this imbalance candle in here. You have the liquidity. Hold on, let me just delete that. So this is liquidity. You see this liquidity? This is imbalance. The imbalance itself, we filled the imbalance totally, and then we got support and we pushed back higher. And by the way, it was spot. Like the spot orders, they were crazy. It was not like perp driven or something. No, it was spot, like pure demand. So we had a good support at this level, and we bounced back higher. Now we're testing the bands again, as you see. So what matters for Bitcoin right now is that if it's gonna be bullish, it needs to hold this box. Okay, you see the green box itself in here. So Bitcoin, if it's bullish, it should hold this box like this and range a little bit, then reclaim this red line. Why this red line? Because red line is very important structural level on the 4-hour chart. So if you want to see Bitcoin being bullish, we're gonna range a little bit here and then blast through this one, trying to test the 50 MA. The 50 MA is gonna be like this. Let me put it in purple for you. So the 50 MA is gonna be like this. We should reclaim it if we're bullish, and in order to do so, we need to break out of the red line first while holding that green box area, which is it should be flipped to support, as you see in here. So this is the path you need to see. Already, we've held it twice, okay? But we've rejected also the red line twice, which means we're ranging. We're not really moving in here. So farther ranging is going to fuel us slightly higher, if we could, to retest the 50 daily EMA, if we could reclaim the red line. If we couldn't reclaim the red line and we rejected it, there is another path could be in play, is that if we reject it once, twice, and we lost the green box and we flipped it into resistance, that means we're going back lower for the imbalance area again. Okay, this is what you need to know if you think Bitcoin is going to be bullish, if you think Bitcoin is going to be bearish. Okay, if you want it to be bullish, we need to hold this box, the green box, and then reclaim the red line. If you want it to be bearish, you need to see Bitcoin rejecting the red line multiple times and losing the green box, so it could go lower and flip the green box to go back to the imbalance area. That's it. Okay. Okay, since we've laid down the two paths that you could guys trade, let's talk about what happened. FOMC and Bank of Japan. Bank of Japan, they've increased the interest rates to 1%, which is very high, by the way, which is not good for the market, absolutely, but it was priced in. People knew, and it was forecasted, and everyone expected it. And tomorrow we have the FOMC. So FOMC is very important. Everyone knows it. Why is very important? Because we're having Kevin Warsh for the first time ever talking to the people, talking and announcing some stuff about the economy. We're gonna see his views. We're gonna see is he dovish or hawkish. We're gonna see all of that for the first time ever, because this is the first time for him talking as a Fed chairman. So it's very important for you guys to watch the FOMC tomorrow to see Kevin Warsh. Kevin Warsh is going to go out and say, yeah, well, I feel like the economy is good, inflation is not really out of control, and everything is fine, that means he's dovish, and that means it's bullish for the market. On the other hand, he could be like, yeah, inflation is somewhat elevated, and actually, I feel like it's well elevated, actually above the 2% the target. So I don't think it's good for us to ease the monetary policy. Such thing would be hawkish and bearish for the markets. So this is the first time for him speaking, so it's very important to pay attention to what he's going to say to understand what's going to happen. Everyone is forecasting the rate cuts to be unchanged, like for the Federal Reserve. uh, the Fed will not really move the rates. It will not hike it or even ease it. They'll just keep it as it is. That's the forecasted. So since it's forecasted, it's completely expected and priced in. The surprise is gonna be within Kevin Warsh's speech itself. So it doesn't matter the announcement, the rate, the unchanged rate announcement. What matters is what he's gonna say, okay, to see whether he's hawkish or dovish. Also, there's something I want to add about the SpaceX IPO that people are getting euphoric about. Well, honestly, I do not touch these things, okay? You have a company with like 60 billion revenue being traded at valuation of trillions of dollars. I don't give a like yeah, I don't care. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to trade it. It's none of my business. It's way out of my league. I don't care about these things. And it's very crowded trade as well. Everybody's going there, piling in to get some SpaceX stock, which is ridiculous, but whatever. Let the people do whatever they want. I don't really care. Not everything. You're not meant to trade everything as a trader. But my comment is people are saying that the only reason why Bitcoin is bouncing is the SpaceX IPO, which is complete fallacy. This is not correct, and this is very actually this is very stupid thing to say, to be honest with you, because Bitcoin is approaching the support level way before the SpaceX IPO get hyped. So not way before, but like my idea is that we are meant to bounce whether the SpaceX IPO is here or not. Literally. Why? Because when Iran, if you remember the Iran war and everyone said Bitcoin is going to zero, look what happened. We bottomed. We literally bottomed on the broke out of the war. Like, just imagine this. So it doesn't matter what kind of news are driving the market. The market is going to do whatever it wants, right? So if we're approaching a very um, high likely support area with a lot of passive limit buy orders, would you say, oh, we went back up because of SpaceX, not because people are buying in here, not because it's support, not because it's very strong support, so at least initially it's gonna bounce? Like, what are you talking about? Initially, supports like strong support areas and strong resistance areas, initially they produce some sort of reaction. Initially, in the second time, okay, we might lose it or bounce again, but shallower. But like in the first time, almost guaranteed, almost nothing 100% certain, but almost initially, whenever you test support after a while of being away from it, or even resistance, there is gonna be a reaction. No matter SpaceX is gonna be there or not, no matter what kind of IPO is happening, doesn't matter. Okay. So anyway, to conclude all of that, Bitcoin is sitting at crucial level. Break outside of the line, the red line, it's bullish because we're gonna retest the 50 daily EMA. If we couldn't, we should hold the green box. If we failed the green box and we flipped it into resistance, we're gonna go back lower. That's it. Not complication. Okay. If you want to learn how to analyze the charts like me, in the description you're gonna find an email. Send me an email, and then we can talk together. Good luck.